For me, there's nothing else like this. The warmth of that bright Colorado sun rolling onto an undiscovered trail, making new friends along the way. A feeling of freedom that has changed my life for the better. But biking in Denver is also a necessity. Giving up my car several years ago to save some bucks, these wheels are my transportation, and not just on the easy days. Racking up thousands of miles as a daily bike commuter, joining thousands of others who do the same. And through constant close calls and the struggle to find safer ways around Denver, I want to do my part to be a safer cyclist and help shine a light on the issues and dangers folks on two wheels are seeing out there, helping to make biking more accessible and welcoming for everyone, no matter their type of ride. I'm Denver 7's Jeff Anastasio. Over the next half hour, come along with me as we meet seasoned Denver riders who share their honest experiences on our trails and roads and ways we can all be better to get there in one piece on two wheels. She has a car.
I like it when the cars stay away from us.
But Nicole's main ride takes her and her co-pilot.
This is Vera. She's my little riding companion.
All over town for all the errands.
It's a utility vehicle, yeah.
And wherever that is, her head is on a swivel.
Yo, hey!
Thousands of miles of hard-earned experience and lessons learned.
Yep, right through the red light.
Captured through her unique lens. Advocating for safer streets, better design and infrastructure.
Yo, hey!
And better behavior from all of us.
So it's been eye-opening, not just for myself, but for others to think like, wow, this is really like who we're supposed to be sharing the streets with.
As Going Dutch Den on social media, her short clips get a lot of views and are glimpses into the everyday joys and challenges of just trying to get there in one piece.
It's really there for my security in case I was ever to, kind of have an issue. I put it on and I turn it on and I go. So it makes it super easy to record. It's also helpful to point out issues that we have and infrastructure improvements that need to be made, why things don't work the way they're doing, how drivers are treating these intersections. So I use it for a little bit of everything.
Early on a Sunday morning, passengers seated,
hello, Vera,
and camera checked. We hopped on our bikes and chatted about a few of the biggest issues
I think we all just need more patience.
she sees out there.
Can go maybe a week without a real incident, and that's not counting people rolling through stop signs and eventually stopping for you. Yo! I think many people who drive realize the poor visibility of their vehicles, especially these bigger vehicles now with bigger A-pillars, which is the structural support between the windshield and your side mirror, and the blind spot that creates. So if you're moving and never really stop at a stop sign, I could be in your blind spot the whole time. And even if you do a cursory glance, you might not see me or a pedestrian. So why it's so important to come to a complete stop. But I say the scary ones, they tend to come in clusters for whatever reason. There's some days when you're only a couple of blocks away from home and you've already had a couple of incidents. Okay, I don't know what's in the air or the water right now, but you have to pay attention.
And it's those intersections and trusting that the driver is going to do the right thing where things can go wrong.
Yeah, it gets scary. The blatant red light running. Yep, right through it. It has really gotten significantly worse. I mean, you'll see people running red lights long after the light has turned red. The turning right on red, which even when it's allowed, people don't usually come to a stop. They're looking left and not seeing someone who's crossing.
And one of her scariest moments at another Denver intersection.
My husband and I actually had to pull over and stop shaking from. We were crossing Colfax.
Their light turned green, but they waited just an extra moment to let a car clear Colfax.
It was red for for Colfax traffic, but there was still someone kind of trying to make a left turn off of Colfax onto the street that we were on. So we were kind of hanging back, letting them turn, and someone came through, barreling through at about 50 miles an hour in a 35 mile an hour zone, almost hit the turning vehicle, and then swerved to avoid hitting that car and almost hit my husband and myself, maybe a foot away from us, going 50 something miles an hour. Horribly scary, could have ended very badly. You know, like you instantly think my kids could have been left without a parent. You could literally die from something like that.
Sometimes when you bike a lot, I think you develop a sixth sense when something bad's about to go down. This is that intersection that Cole was talking about at Colfax. I was here for about 5 minutes, decided to cross the road. I got the green light for pedestrians and then the green light for motorists on my side, so it was definitely safe to go. After about halfway across Colfax, I got that feeling that this driver wasn't going to stop. The white car, sure enough, barely taps on the brakes. Again, after their light was red for at least 4 seconds, they decide to speed on through, just barely giving me a chance to pass. There's just no way you can miss this light by that much unless you're distracted, you're not paying attention, or you just want to run it anyway. While Nicole has a car and still drives occasionally, most of her trips around Denver are on these wheels, which is the same across town.
So we're at 18th and Market.
At another hotspot.
It's the intersection of 2 downtown arterial streets plus 2 town-to-town protected bike lanes.
In the middle of the busyness that is downtown Denver.
So most of my biking is for utility, groceries, or head to a restaurant, see friends. It's really transportation cycling.
Rob Toughness, aptly named No Squish on social media, is a seasoned rider, explaining what often goes down at this intersection.
So we have the bike lane at the curb that is protected. We have a bike light here. Riders in the lane will get a green bike light and they can go straight ahead. Drivers will get a red turn arrow here to stop them from hooking across the bike lane. And it's also an intersection where we have Market here, which is also a protected lane. So you have 2 protected bike lanes that come together here. So they'll come out of the parking garage, cross all the way to the right turn lane, and then immediately just cruise through the red turn arrow. So that's why this one is probably one of my more dangerous. I should say I'm more vigilant here.
I captured it from the other side. The driver in front, correctly waiting to turn right, stopped at the red light for vehicles, while the green light is on for bikers to cross the road. Drivers have a no right turn on red, but the driver behind the first, perhaps not aware of the green for bikers, becomes impatient. Failing to yield the right-of-way is the top cause of a bike versus vehicle crash when the motorist is at fault, according to DPD data over the last several years, followed by careless driving and failure to stop at a signal. When the cyclist is at fault, the top 3 causes are failing to obey traffic signs or signals, crossing at an intersection, and also failing to yield the right-of-way. Wondering if confusion seems to be around a couple of Colorado laws that allow a cyclist to safely roll through a stop sign or to proceed through a red light only after coming to a complete stop. It's called the Colorado Safety Stop.
It doesn't change the right-of-way rules. If someone's coming and they're there first, I still have to stop. I think a lot of times when we hear about cyclists blowing through these things, well, it's now the law in Colorado. It's allowed, and it's allowed for a reason. It does actually increase safety.
Hopping on our bikes, it doesn't take long to roll up to back-to-back obstacles, even in dedicated bike lanes.
It's a good one.
First, a vehicle stopped blocking the bike lane.
And that's another one of those where they'll say, oh, it's, just go around.
Then a few yards ahead, a ladder stretched across the lane means we have to roll back onto the street where drivers might not be expecting us.
I mean, you were with me. It's not that comfortable to go out into traffic. I don't want to dart around a moving truck. And we see that's when bad things happen.
Whether behind the wheel or holding onto the handlebars, Rob, who is a co-founder of the Denver Bicycle Lobby, says we're all safer when road design plays in all of our favor.
These are a new thing to Denver, these speed humps that we're just rolling over. These are a great traffic calmer because looking at the street, it's a straight shot and you could put the hammer down and really rip on this thing. Here's the traffic circle. Obviously the neighborhood is starting to enjoy it because they're decorating it. They change by the season. someone comes out and there'll be Christmas decorations and Halloween and different things. It's pretty rad that, like, clearly that's the kind of thing, you know, when it's succeeded, I think, is when the neighborhood has really embraced it like that.
He says combining improved infrastructure with automated enforcement of laws, while perhaps controversial, is key.
One, because the data shows us that it works. We have examples from places like New York who turned on their speed cameras for longer durations during the day, and their cases of repeat offenses dropped.
2021, the majority of drivers who received one violation from the cameras did not receive a second. And when in operation, speeding dropped an average of 72%.
It's something that works. You have a statically fixed enforcement device. People know it's there. They get caught once, possibly. They slow down and they stop doing it for the most part. There's always going to be that group of folks that are going to do those behaviors. It also takes that interaction between an officer out of the equation, and it's there 24/7. It doesn't have the same biases as that person. But there's also some things that I think make it more palatable, like the first offense has to be a warning. So if you're going to do it again, it's really up to you after that point. Yes, I know people don't like getting caught, but I think they should be.
Nicole and Rob still drive. They understand the unique stress and challenges of navigating Denver on both 2 and 4 wheels.
Bike lane and the car lanes, they're not in competition. It's really like, it's a benefit to a driver as well. I find when I drive downtown, I'm glad to have the bike lanes. It makes it easier on me to look at the street from curb to curb as that public space for everyone, and kind of understand that is really important. I think a lot of times we've been so conditioned to think that the car is the only thing. We think maybe that parking spot on the side of the road is just for vehicles, but that's public space. And we can do a lot with public space. We can add a bike lane, or we can add a little parklet. That infrastructure piece is often looked at, we always come at it as a controversial thing, like this is making the neighbors mad. And instead, I think it could be about how is this improving? What, all of a sudden that family is now riding to school rather than driving to school.
And knowing that most people are trying to do the right thing. It's just that so many distractions are getting in the way.
I think 90% of the drivers out there are actually pretty courteous. And that doesn't mean they're always safe, because there's just something very inherently dangerous about, driving around a very large motor vehicle.
That's a hard look at what it's like sharing Denver's infrastructure with drivers. And to be clear, that's just one snapshot. You might have some pushback, especially if you're a driver. If so, stick around. We have a way for you to sound off. So what can cyclists do better around vehicles and other riders? And when things get a little hot out there, what can we all do to help take down the temperature? On 2 Wheels looks at advice for other cyclists when we come back on Denver 7. I'm Denver 7's Jeff Anastasio, and we're back on 2 Wheels, looking at biking in Denver and ways we can all be better, safer, and happier getting from here to there. We talked about things drivers could do better, but how about cyclists and how we treat each other? I've been a daily bike commuter in the city for several years, every single day riding to work to Denver 7, sailing through the easy days, and absolutely loving the challenge, trudging through all the snow days. I've learned a lot of hard lessons, and honestly, I still find myself doing silly things. Sometimes I'm in my own head, getting impatient with others, riding too fast, forgetting to signal a turn. I feel a responsibility to grow as a rider, which is why I wanted to chat with the folks at Bicycle Colorado to learn from some of the best.
Independence and meant freedom.
This bike, these wheels, rolling around Denver are a way of life for Benedict Wright, starting way back in the Montclair neighborhood.
When I was a kid, first learned to explore my neighborhood and get out of the house.
And all grown up.
It's meant a mode of transportation. It's meant feeling happier and healthier. It's meant like feeling good about the way I get around.
Now passing that joy along to others as education manager at Bicycle Colorado.
Just share that feeling with other people.
He helps make biking accessible for everyone.
Riding on a bike or commuting on a bike or maintaining and servicing a bike can seem kind of scary and intimidating, like regardless of the background that you're coming from. There are so many people like out there who are really excited and really friendly and just want to help more people get out and ride bikes.
And for all the seasoned and new riders coming together on Denver's multi-use trails and roads, sharing infrastructure with pedestrians and staying safe among the cars, there can be a lot to remember.
Cyclists, we are often very, critical of motorists not obeying the rules of the road, as we should, because, their carelessness and their negligence can be so deadly. But I also think it's important for us to, kind of direct that lens like towards ourselves and our own behavior.
After the morning rush, we hopped onto one of Denver's busiest bike commuter routes.
So right now we're kind of heading down Connector Trail between Wash Park and the Cherry Creek Trail, which is a pretty big bike and multi-use artery. In a space like this, especially where it's truly a shared area, and there's clearly people cruising for fun, clearly people trying to book it and get to work, clearly people trying to get their workout in or walk their dog or whatever. I think these spaces are like, this is where we have our opportunity to be welcoming and not kind of act like, oh, a certain kind of rider is more entitled to this than anybody else.
And to say it gets really busy is an understatement. And sometimes you can feel the tension.
Just the other day, I was, cruising down the Cherry Creek Trail, taking it pretty, mellow, going to work on about 10 miles an hour. An e-bike comes up behind me. They do exactly the right thing. They ding the bell. They kind of go around me to make a pass. And while that e-biker is doing that, another cyclist who's kind of, trying to set a PR on their road bike just kind of comes and passes, 3 abreast right there and kind of forces the e-bike into me and almost forces me off of the trail. And I just think if that person had just taken the second to just kind of slow down, allow that person to pass and then make their own pass, take that 5 extra seconds, that just would have been a much safer, calmer interaction.
Which often can start with just checking your speed. On most Denver trails, it's 15 miles an hour.
I keep coming back to that 15-mile-an-hour speed limit. I think that is the speed limit for a reason.
And while e-bike riders sometimes get a bad rap for hitting the throttle, let's be honest, most of us have probably been guilty of rolling too fast for the conditions or other people around us.
I think being audible to people, as you pass them, calling out the pass or hitting your bell is important. And just being kind of aware of what's happening up the road and is it really safe to pass? Oftentimes it will just be safer to slow down and kind of wait until there's a little bit more of a break, especially at commuting hours. This really is a commuting highway for people.
A few of my close calls on the trails have happened near merge points.
So here's one of those yield signs that we very much ought to respect. We're all clear.
Where a cyclist or scooter rider zooms down the ramp and decides not to look for anyone else.
Sometimes it can be hard to see people coming the other way, and you can really underestimate how quickly people are coming. So yeah, it is just super important to be vigilant and slow when you're yielding and kind of coming onto the trail.
And sometimes, after close calls with vehicles and negative interactions with other riders, what do you do when you feel the temperature rising? And I don't mean because of the beautiful Colorado sun.
People are kind of riding at different speeds or for different reasons, and you kind of get caught up in kind of your own world and other people are just sort of in your way. And I think you just kind of have to take a step back and be like, there's other people out here. I'm sharing this space with other people. I want other people to feel welcome out here. And if you do have kind of a negative interaction with somebody, again, kind of trying to extend that empathy and assume the best intentions of people.
Learning to channel your rage into useful ways.
Part of the reason that, I've been a cyclist and a bike mechanic and a bicycle educator is trying to, make our streets a little bit safer and kind of invite people out of their cars and onto bikes. And I think that there is just a lot of good work to be done and infrastructure to be changed and advocated for. And I think that those are kind of the avenues where that anger is best channeled. And I think I just try to remind myself that in those moments, there's better ways to kind of, try to be a force for change, because I really don't think it's ultimately going to be super productive to scream somebody's head off, even as much as I feel like I want to, or I feel justified in doing so.
Coming up next, I want to hear from you. What's stressing you out riding your bike in and around Denver? What's working? What needs to get better? How has cycling changed your life? A new way to share what's grinding your gears on two wheels. Next on Denver 7. Welcome back to On Two Wheels, sharing the joys and challenges of biking in the Mile High City. I'm Denver 7's Jeff Anastasio. It's hard to deny, our cities are built to get around in vehicles, but we don't all do that, and for a lot of different reasons. Biking for many, including myself, is not just for fun, it's transportation. The way to work, to run errands, stay connected with friends. And even in news coverage, there can be a lack of voices from people who walk or ride to where they need to go. On Two Wheels wants to change that. So I want to hear from you. If you bike in Denver, what are your pain points? Where do you have the most close calls? What are your ideas to make infrastructure better? What is Denver getting right? What can we do to make biking more inclusive? And for drivers, what interactions with cyclists stress you out? I want your voice to be a part of our stories as we ride down the road. You can call Denver 7's On Two Wheels hotline and tell me what's grinding your gears. Just call 303-832-0207. Leave a voicemail and I'll listen to every one of them. Or you can email us at ontwowheels@denver7.com. My promise to you is to dive deeper into the unique hazards when biking in Denver and across Colorado, but to also share the good things, the amazing people who take up cycling to get stronger and feel better about their mental health, and to shine a spotlight on those who encourage others to get out from behind the wheel and gain a new perspective on this beautiful place we get to call home. For Denver 7, I'm Jeff Anastasio, and I'll see you out there on two wheels.